At this time, we're going to ask Janine Boyd, who's running for state representative from the 9th District.
Good morning, Black Women's Political Action Committee. This is my second time before you. The first time I was running for City Council in Cleveland Heights, but this is my first time in front of you as a member. So I am grateful to be, and honored to be a member of the BWPAC. I'm running for state representative for House District 9, that's Cleveland Heights, Shaker Heights, University Heights, and Wards 2 and 4 of Cleveland. I am on City Council in Cleveland Heights currently. I'm the chair of Public Safety and Health. And there I created a mentoring and juvenile diversion program for Cleveland Heights youth. It's going beautifully. We're very grateful to report that the young people we've been honored to serve have completely changed their lives in a very short period of time. And even throughout the summer wanted to continue coming, and we were shocked at that. They wanted to continue coming to our programs, so I'm grateful for that. I'm a lobbyist and advocate by trade. I started off as an advocate for Head Start. I was the advocate and coordinator for children with special needs and mental health issues, and I became a lobbyist in 2005. And really the difference is money. As an advocate, I draft policy amendments. I've drafted amendments for Senator Brown, Congresswoman Betty Sutton, and even our former county executive, or current county executive, Ed Fitzgerald. I actually wrote his policy paper on early care and education that he built his early care and education platform upon. I'm proud to say that. And in terms of lobbying, I've identified and secured funding from my agency, which is Ohio Guidestone, and our workforce development programs, also our foster care programs. And these are some of my issues. Oh, I've been told to stop. Okay, so I ran out of time. My apologies. Questions?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Janine, you know, taxes is always in the forefront of everyone's thought when it's an election year. I propose this question to you. What would you propose, if anything, to change Ohio's tax structure?
Well, there's been a lot of, in the last budget, I don't know if you're aware, there's been a lot of changes to Ohio's tax structure already. And I'm not in favor of many of them. For instance, the state, this particular administration likes to tell everyone that they don't raise their taxes. But what they do is they change tax codes on municipalities so that municipalities have to figure out where to get the money to pay their safety forces, to care for their roads, to provide public services from trash pickup to everything in between. So, quite frankly, I would like to protect the taxing authority of the municipalities so that they can continue to generate revenue and provide for all of us, all of our residents, and ask the state to kind of stay out of that. And then, this governor has an interest in using tax incentives to bring business in, and I think that's a wonderful tool. I just think it's not the only tool. I think he's offering some $81 billion right now in tax incentives just to one company. And there's no evidence to me that while that might bring over 100 jobs to Ohio, what kinds of jobs, what kinds of salary growth for people who get those jobs are residents who actually can achieve those jobs. So I would like to address this administration as a legislator and give different ways of building revenue for the state and not taking it from the cities, not taking it from our communities.
Okay. Another question is regarding the recruitment of your staff. What recruitment practices would you employ to ensure the composition of your staff is a reflection of the community that you would represent?
Well, I think I would only pick one staff person. It would be a legislative aide. And I think my criteria would simply be that that person loves and respects my district, the communities of my district, and the residents of those districts as much as I do. And that, that person works as hard as I will.
Now, you mentioned something about the economy and helping to boost it. Do you have a plan in mind, or do you have any suggestions how to boost it, particularly locally?
Sure. I actually wrote my first statewide workforce policy project in the last biennium budget, and I reintroduced it during the mid-biennium budget review. The governor vetoed it both times. But it's, it's a way of including nonprofits who serve our harder to serve populations, perhaps some of our reentry, for instance, individuals coming out of prison, seniors who may find that they cannot live off of a small income and they need additional job skills and want new forms of employment. So it was to include the nonprofits that serve those, and veterans. Another group would be veterans, for instance, that might need additional mental health support to maintain employment and also new job skills, but to work with community colleges, nonprofits that serve those individuals, and provide quality job training and job placement opportunities for them, all over the state, in all of the governor's Ohio Means Jobs regions that he created. And he actually identified his casino licensing fee dollars. They're not really his, that's how he acts. But the casino licensing fee dollars were, according to him, for workforce development sort of things, and economic development sorts of things, and he's not really used them that way. That was the funding stream I identified, and that is the reason I received that it was vetoed. So there are some really creative things you can do with agencies that already exist in all of our communities. All of our communities have nonprofits, and we're all close to community colleges that do this work. And we could fund partnerships that provide additional job training and placement opportunities and follow-up once people are placed if they need additional support to stay employed.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, I guess close, right? So, I meant to say too, I'm dressed this way because I have to go cut a ribbon at the Cleveland Heights High new football field shortly. So please forgive my informality of dress. But I am really honored and grateful to be before you. I'm running because I have experience in policy and identifying funding streams and working on both sides of the aisle. I've built some wonderful relationships. Some of my champions have been Republicans on major policies and funding opportunities and that I've achieved for my agency. And I will work hard for my district. It's from where I come to work hard on behalf of the people who I am grateful to call neighbor. So please remember me on Election Day, and I hope for your support today. Thank you so much.